What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Hope your vibes are immaculate today, guys. I'm AG, your host, owner, CEO, director, manager, and all that. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. Appreciate you all for listening. And unfortunately today, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, the Mavs go down 112-87 to the Warriors, and really a no contest game, guys. Really, I'm trying to look up the score at halftime, guys, was 54-45, 9-point game. Second half was a blowout. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. It was first half. I mean, we didn't get enough calls. I'll just go through real quick the notes, what I have for the first half. Because honestly, the second half, the Warriors turned up. I'll get to their third quarter stats in a second here. Let's go through the first quarter, guys. I mean, Luka gets swiped in the face by Wiggins. It's a no call. And he's got a big scar across his face. And I feel like that's very just... that's the emblem. That's the whole emblem of this first game. Like, us just not getting really any calls all night long. Even in, I mean, I can't even say even in garbage time because that doesn't even make sense. But just, just all night, just the obvious blatant calls that, like, we were not getting those tonight. They were not giving any the pushes, any shoves. It was all Warriors' way. On the calls. And I'm not big to talk about the refs. I don't want to be make this whole thing about it. But man, were our guys getting beat up, and I feel like just Luka getting swiped across his face by Wiggins, and it being one of the no calls, and it it not being called, like, man, that's irony right there. Irony at its finest, guys. And that's basically it. Tall tale for the rest of the game. And then on top of us getting no calls, we just couldn't make shots. Literally, we just could not put the ball in the basket. Some shots were tough, but honestly, we were getting a lot of open threes at least. And whenever we could, drive in the paint. That was another thing. We weren't getting into the paint enough. And, like, guys weren't, being aggressive enough, driving the paint and kicking. And, the Warriors did a good job, really, honestly, just letting Brunson, Luka, and Spencer kind of go at it. Everybody else kind of trying to stay home on everybody else. And honestly, just didn't, but we were still able to generate open shots. That was the crazy part. They were trying to stay home, let other guys cook, or, stay home, let, kind of Luka and Brunson and Spencer kind of do their thing, but then everybody else kind of stay home. And they would kind of live with the results, so to speak. And tonight it didn't work. Even though they were doing that, though, what I was saying, we were just still generating these open threes, and guys were just not making them. There was this one sequence, I don't know if that was the first or second quarter, but we literally got like 2 or 3 offensive rebounds, and we're missed. I think it was in the first quarter, and just missed all 3 threes. Reggie had 2 of them. He missed a 3. Dwight got the rebound, passed back to Reggie. Reggie missed it. I think then Dodo got the rebound, kicked it out, or someone like that, and then kicked it out to Jalen Brunson, and then Brunson had a wide open 3. He missed it. So it was like 3. It just, there was a lid on the basket. We were just not making shots. End of the first quarter, we were down by 10, and it just, all that just carried into second quarter, because it was just like an avalanche of problems. And honestly, us only being down 9.5 wasn't so bad, because we went on a little 11-1 run at one point in the second quarter, and made it like a 2-point game, 33-35, and they go right down. As soon as we catch up within 2 points, they go down, and Draymond Green gets an and one, go figure. And then after that, we actually went to had a little note. We went small ball with Dodo at the 5. With those last 5 minutes of the second quarter, just a little note on that. But yeah, man, it was just a very bad offensive first half. We were getting no foul calls at all. Our defense was a little bit shady. Sometimes it was kind of there. We were getting like these soft doubles on Curry, meaning we wouldn't come and trap him hard on a double. It would just be show 2 guys are coming, like we're not gonna let you move around. have to kind of just show our length and arms, make them pass around us, and make others make plays. And give credit to the others tonight for them. They made plays. Curry and Thompson really didn't even get Clay didn't even get their points really towards the end. I think Curry might have went off first actually, because Curry did in the first quarter had 12 points, or the first half, have 12 points. So I mean, I know he got his up, but Clay had 0 in the first half when they were up by 9. Clay started hitting them in the third quarter, helped open the lead up. But really, these other guys like Andrew Wiggins in the first half. Let me go back real quick. Andrew Wiggins was, the first half was just balling. He had freaking 15 points. Looney had 8. Jordan Poole had 9. So it was really like, Curry, just like Luka for us. But then the others for them stepped up in a sense where it wasn't like Clay. It was, Andrew Wiggins, Looney, and Poole all, had major points for them that, kept them in the lead. Because honestly, we were only down 9. And we were shooting at halftime. Look at, I almost said their stat. We were shooting 24% from 3 at halftime. We were 7 of 29 from 3 at halftime. End up shooting 11 of 48 from 3. So just didn't keep chunking them up. I mean, we did keep chunking them up. We almost shot 53s. Yeah, we were just throwing them up, and yeah, they just weren't falling. And 30 end up shooting 36% from the field from the game. And at halftime, it was 31% from the field, so it went a little bit up in the half. But yeah, that just goes to show what kind of game it was. And at halftime, I mean, hey, we were having this bad of a game at half, and we were still only down 9. And it was just except in the third, they kind of put on that little Warriors kind of flurry, where they just, Curry hits a bunch of threes, or Curry hit 1 or 2 threes, I don't remember, but other guys were hitting shots. And then at one point, there was a turnover. We were, creating turnovers. One time Luka drove, I thought it was a foul. That was a turnover him. And the second time they showed a replay of the second time he got a turnover. They showed the replay of that one. I didn't know if he got fouled maybe on Draymond. The second one was a complete rip by Draymond, and Luka just dribbling with the ball a little bit too high next to him. Just not doing anything with it, and those turnovers were turned into points for the Warriors. And Steph comes down and hit a 3 after that turnover, and just danced on us. Did one of those Steph dances after he hits a 3, and after that, honestly, we just looked defeated. And I can just tell, I felt it from just watching it here at home, that we were just this wasn't our night. It was call it it was dead. Call us dead at 64-47 in the third quarter, because that's after that all happened and we weren't getting any fouls. The demeanor of the team, I'm telling you, you could tell it wasn't the vibes. I didn't get any of the vibes like, oh, I think maybe we stay solid, we can make a comeback. It was more like it was just demoralizing, because we could not buy a basket. Like on offense, we just could not buy a basket. And then on top of that, like, these guys are going on a run, and we just cannot stop the bleeding because we can't fucking make a basket. So, yeah, that was bad to see. Yeah, and then after that, I mean, yeah, I stopped after taking notes after that. Let's go to the box score, guys, because it was Luka finished with only 20 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 7 turnovers. We know he won't do that again. I know he won't have that many. I know he's pretty mad at this game. He's got to fight through, and the team's got to fight through. Like, yeah, the foul calls were bad, guys. This game, it was really bad. The fouls, we should have had a lot more free throws and everything than what was happening. More foul calls for us than what happened. They finished with the Mavericks. We actually had 20 more free throws, 21 attempts to their 16. But man, we could have easily had more with amount of contact and stuff that Luka creates and makes, and they just weren't calling it for him. So it is what it is with that in the NBA. And that's a whole separate conversation with me personally about it. That's a whole nother type of podcast and stuff to talk about that and the referees. But as an NBA player and as a guy, as just a watcher, a fan of this entertainment, man, it's just Where was I going with that, man? That it was just bad, man. Uh, the, Luke, they gotta fight through these things. That's what I was going with it. They gotta fight through these things. Like whenever the calls aren't going your way, man, that you gotta just find other way. You gotta fight through it instead of attacking the basket, looking for the foul call, trying to react to that. You just gotta go try and finish, get a bucket, man. You just gotta worry about the ball going the hoop, and then if they hit you, whatever, while you're trying to score, then afterward, as you make it, then you give a yell to the ref, oh man, whatever your chirp may be, but we got to focus on making the basket first and then chirp, because it was like as soon as they fouled, we're looking over like, yo, what the hell happened, which is, it's rightful, because what the hell, like, it should have been a foul, but they weren't calling it, they weren't giving it to them. They got to go away from that. In the game, of course, a lot of ISO ball with us. Didn't look like we were mixing it up. Not a lot of guys moving around on offense as much. Again, when the ball's just not going in, we don't see it going in a lot. We just looked bad. Dodo got a shot block. Draymond in the corner made him yell all loud. Who else got their shot block? I don't remember. I feel like a lot of people got their shot blocked tonight, like from shooting 3-pointers. So I'm just like, what? It happened like twice, but it felt like so many times. Just did not. The Mavs just did not have the confidence tonight. Luka was trying to do everything, but of course when he's getting fouled, he kind of gets frustrated into that. Everybody else did not step up. The others did not step up. I mean, Jalen, you can look at his numbers: 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, but the shooting bad. 6 of 16, 0 of 5 from 3. I don't know if I said Luka's number, but he was 6 of 18, 3 of 10 from 3. He was 5 of 8 from the free throw line too. And Jalen Brunson 2 of 4. Did not shoot well from the free throw line tonight as a team either, guys. And Reggie, he ended up with 3 threes, but of course not very efficient. He has a lot of open ones he just missed. Dodo only 3 attempts from 3. Of course, with one of them getting blocked, that was so sad. Dwight Powell was really a no factor in this game. Kleba off the bench, really a no factor. Couldn't get a rhythm. Didn't really give the same impact he normally gives. Defensively, especially, Bertans, nothing. Didn't really give us any. Had 4 attempts for 3, nothing though. I think a couple of those were garbage time, but during the game, still, nothing. Then get to Spencer. Spencer actually had 17 points, 5 of 11, 3 of 7 from 3, 4 of 5 from the field. Only 2 assists, but just, again, not enough. Like, we need more. He did pretty good. I think a lot of that. How many did he have? He had finished with 17, but he had, hold on, let me check. Halftime, he had, no, at the end of the third, he had that. Yeah, so at halftime, he had 7. The end of the third quarter, he has 17, so he scored 10 in the third, guys, and then that was it. Didn't have any more, but I mean, in the third, Mavs were down 88-69, so there's really no bother doing anything more. But yeah, we definitely. I mean, I won't say he wasn't the problem, because I mean they could have all stepped up more, but they were forcing these guys to create, and we needed some other guys to step up. We needed Kleba to hit a couple threes. We needed Dodo. We needed Reggie to hit their threes. O'Neal Brunson, really, he had 0 for 5 from 3, man. He had some open ones too, and he was just clanking them. But if we're going to be a team like this, all 5 of their starters going double digits. Everybody just played their part, really. Andrew Wiggins wasn't overdoing anything, really. He was just taking what he was given, being aggressive, kind of like what our guys need to be doing, our other guys too. Like Dodo and Reggie, just be aggressive, especially shot taking with the ball, get snappy passes, move around and whatnot. Looney did well for them. Of course, Curry 21, Thompson 15. Damn. Looney and Draymond had 10. Then off the bench, Jordan Poole played really well for them, 19 points. And only 1 double digits. Otto Porter Jr. came in 10 points. That was more garbage time minutes and stuff. But, yeah, man, the Mavs just did not have it tonight. That was plain and simple. It was just, Golden State's night. This game 1, Western Conference Finals for them. First time being back in forever. So I'm sure they were pumped. They came out and you got to give them credit. They hit us with the haymaker. Just right there in the third quarter, really, punched us and, they put the game away. essentially in the third quarter. And I guess that's really good for us because then we go back to the drawing board, let this soak in, and get ready for the next game. Because man, the Mavericks got the fight, man. You know, not gonna just the Warriors aren't gonna lay down and give this series back to us. But again, on the Mavericks side, with this, looking at the glass half full, we've been through this before. We lost to the Jazz, first, what was it, 2 games, and then we lost our first 1 game at least, and then, in the second round against the Suns, we lose the first 2 games. So, and then things change around. So, we've seen this, happen before. We don't want to don't get too high, don't get too low. So, this is one of those moments. Guys, do not get too low. It's okay. It's game 1. They're really hyped. It's their first game, especially all the team together with, Steph, Clay, and Draymond being back in the Western Conference Finals. Their first time back all together in however many years, and, all that yada, yada bullshit. The respect they deserve, for sure, but still, they definitely came out with more hype. So I think we see a different Mavs team in this second game. If I'm gonna go ahead, how many minutes am I? I'm like 15 minutes in, 16 minutes in. We're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and give a preview for now because I'm pretty much done talking about this first game. It was just, you just gotta scrap it. Did not play well. Didn't get the foul call. Lucas got a big old stripe on his face to show for that. The preview game 2, man, we just got to come out, be the aggressors. We got punched in our face. We got to accept it. It is what it is. But, hey, we're going against this core. I don't want to say they are, but, the core of this team is a, 3-time, champ. They're a 3-time champion. So, they know what it takes to be here. So, I'm sure that, they're all, in there giving them, giving them what it takes to, showing them, their players, what it takes to, get to the next round, what they got to bring on every game, especially now, in these big moments, especially Western Conference Finals, to win in advance, show what it takes to win. And right now, the Mavs just didn't bring it. In game 2, they have to bring it. They, bring it on. They got to bring it. Like on the defensive side is where things start. Honestly, offensively, I feel like shots are gonna fall. Shots, we missed tonight. We were really bad. I don't think it'll be like that all series. If we just, we're not gonna be missing wide open shots all series. So I know that. I don't believe that to be true. So there was like a lid on the basket tonight. So I think offensively we're okay. It's where we break down is whenever we start giving stuff up defensively, then that starts to translate over offensively. We play like shit offensively. So if we can start on the defensive end, it all starts with defense, and start hounding these guys like kind of what we did in the first quarter. We kind of let it slip away. We kind of caught up a little bit in the second too with it too, but we were just kind of pressuring them. We got up into him, made things a little bit more gritty, making the others make decisions. Because when we were forcing Wiggins, he was making like floaters, and tough twos, and he had a couple threes, but how many threes did he have? Finished with. Speaking of that, he had 3 threes, but 3 of 8 though. So it wasn't like an amazing shooting night by him, but a good night for his sake. He finished with 19, but, we just got to keep forcing these guys into tough shots. I don't think Andrew Wiggins will be a consistent and score, a whole bunch of points like this every game, to be honest. I don't even think he'll hit it from a consistent clip. So that's why it's a variable for them that could sway either way. And, we just got to keep the focus on their ball movement, because their ball movement was killing us, and we got to be on our rotations. And tonight was one of those nights we just weren't on our rotations. We were not. Like, it was, plain and simple. Especially in the first half, it was already showing. They were showing the highlights already after, in the first quarter of them, doing the back cuts and stuff. And Clay he got like 2 wide open layups at the rim just off their cutting and stuff. So, they definitely have to clean things up on the defensive side and watch these back cuts. All the screens, all the ball mode, the handoffs, like they gotta, they've had a little bit of time to prepare. Now they've seen it in person at least one game. Now they must make the adjustments and come off and just play aggressive. I think we can keep up with all the ball movement. There's got to be a lot of movement, a lot of action, because if we're gonna give these soft doubles to Curry, once he passes it off, that back man's got to run and shoot over, and basically everybody's got to move on a string. It's hard to explain when you're not like pointing it out, but they got to move. Everybody's got to rotate and be on a string. And if they're not, this Mavericks team can do that. That's why it seems so simple to say, but when you're actually out there, you have to do it, especially for these. That part's hard, especially because these are all snap decisions that got to be made. That's what that's why they get paid to do what they do. Their size, and they make the best decisions out of everybody. That's makes them the high level players they are, and they get to this winning moments. You're good at making quick decisions. Making better decisions. So defensively, we just got to be sharp. We have to be sharp. And, we're going to throw these soft doubles at Curry to kind of give him out of the rhythm, which I think, honestly, we've been doing a good to hold Curry to only 21 and Clay, honestly, 15. He did, Curry did kind of the leg work in the first quarter. He had 12 of his points in the first quarter. And then Clay only had his majority of the points when they started Avalanche. After they started Avalanche. It wasn't like because of Clay. Clay had some good shots within that flow, but Clay really caught fire once everybody else, the Avalanche started to catch up to the Mavs. But Curry though, man, we got to just throw these soft. I like the defense we're playing. It was only 7-16. It didn't have like an amazing game, but a 21-point game may seem good, from an average player, but for Curry, that's actually good to hold him to that. It's just now we have to limit these other guys. Like, we're gonna have to force Andrew Wiggins and Looney to keep making these shots from a game by game basis. They're gonna have to be consistent with it to beat us, because these other guys are gonna have to. I think the plan is to make their other guys step up too. Then if they're gonna try basically the same game plan they have for us is trying to take let our other guys take away the other guys and try to really they're trying to take away the other guys. We're gonna try to take away their other guys, and really actually that's actually the opposite. I'm talking all around myself, thinking about the game plans and now mixing them together. So the Mavs game plan for the Warriors would be to the soft double on Curry, which I guess we're going to continue to do that to make sure he doesn't get it, because I like how we're getting the ball in his hand and forcing these other guys to take the tough shots. Kind of the way we played the Jazz, where we ran them off the three and kind of make them force to take the tough twos. We kind of want to force them. That's kind of our best bet against these Warriors. Force Draymond and Wiggins to make these floaters or these contested kind of twos. Those are the type of shots we want to force them into. And then, their game plan against Dallas is going to be, forcing, really trying to go at Luka and make Luka work on both ends. So they're going to try to do that. So the Mavs just really got to stay on it, stay aggressive. And I think we should try to be hunting mismatch too. I think, the way they're hunting Luka on the Warriors, the Mavs really need to start hunting like Steph when he's out there, or Jordan Poole when he's out there, or whenever Damian Lee's out there. Like, they gotta hunt these guys. Like, I think I even like that Luka. If we ever get the mismatch on Looney, like let him go at Looney. Like, they gotta. I feel like they gotta hunt mismatches more. I feel like we weren't going at that, and it was more like Luka always going at like Wiggins, like the main defender we've got him on. Which, I still take Luka over Andrew Wiggins all day, but at the same time, it'd be nice if we can hunt some mismatch, make it a little bit more easier, and then taxing on their best players to actually have to force them, to have to play some defense too. Which I think Jason Kidd will be, they'll get on that, and they'll make adjustments. But man, they really made sure things were tough for Luka and stuff. They really stopped us, honestly, from getting into the paint. That was their game plan. It was stopping us getting into the paint, because It was a rough night for us driving, just getting into the paint. I swear we did not touch the paint for a while, and I don't even want to talk about the second half. But the first half, there was a point, especially in the second quarter, I was like, Has anybody even drove to the basket yet? Like, what is going on? Like, it, it's something that needs to be fixed by the Mavs, and hopefully they will do that here coming up. And I gotta start getting more clear with my words. I'm not stuttering, but I'm just at a loss for words. I do these pods literally right after the game, so I'm just like, and still my mindset like, damn, like in amazed like of how we lost, like fuck. But then, I'm trying to get into this, analysis, give this analysis to you and the rundown to y'all, and give this information out to y'all what I seen out there, and just it's tough because so many things run through the head. It's like the Mavs can take this team. I don't think this, people are going to look at this. I already know how this is going to be blown up in the media that, the Warriors, they blew them out. They did, oh man, this is going to be a sweep, all this shit, watch. I already know how it is. But, the Mavs, honestly, I know we could fight. We could play so much better defense. We come to play on defense. Like, I know we've seen this team capable. Not even I know. Like, we've seen this team be capable of playing some great ass defense. And if we can do that, I know we can force this Warriors into a tough spot and really make this a series. Which, of course, I have the Mavs winning the series, but I really believe that if the Mavs can keep stepping up their defense like they've been showing and proving, then they can really make this a contest. And if we can just get a close game, man, that's all we need for Luka, kind of take over and it to be, up in the air. And hey, man, we got the best player on the court. Best of luck to us then. But those are the type of games we need to get into, of course, besides us, blowing them out. But, we got to get into these, got to grind it up with them, man. We got to make things mucky. We got to fucking, push and shove. We got to fucking get up in them, man. We got to show that fire and that tenacity, that especially that Draymond's yelling all over the fucking place, saliva fucking flying across the court and shit when they're yelling and shit. Like, come on, like, we got to show with that same intensity. I feel like tonight we looked kind of a little bit timid, and it was like deflating, so to speak. So, they definitely got to strap up and come ready to play. So, that's it, man. Got to scrap this one up, chop this one up. So, they're excited. This is the first game one. It is what it is. So go ahead, focus on game two. Try to steal this a road victory. Try to steal one of them away. Otherwise, hey, they protect home court. It is what it is. But I really think the Mavs can steal one now in Golden State. I think we got the vibes from them. We know how it is playing there now. I think now they come out, especially after all these no calls. Mavs has shown when we get pissed off, we come to play. So y'all be ready. Next game is Friday. It's at Golden State, of course, again at 8 o'clock on TNT. Again, all the rest of the games are going to be on TNT, and it looks like they're all going to be at 8 o'clock, except for if there is a possible Game 7, that one will be at 7 o'clock. But the rest of these games right now are 8 o'clock start time. Next one is Friday. Next one after that is Sunday. And then Game 4, which I have tickets for, Tuesday. So y'all better be ready, man. I know once this thing gets back to Dallas, things will look real different. But hopefully, Mavs come away with a steal in the next road victory or next road game here at Golden State for Game 2. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for y'all. If y'all want to follow on Twitter, man, it's at Mavs_rundown. The Mavs Rundown podcast, again, is free on YouTube along with Spotify and the Anchor app. And yo, I'm AG. Thanks for listening, everyone. And remember, cool hits prevail. And I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.